Man City Community Shield, man. So, you see, I call this game a semi-real game. Like the real season begins Friday. Liverpool against Norwich. Join me for the live chat there, hopefully. Wait, am I? Oh no, shit. Oh no, yeah, I am working on Friday, but I'll be back soon. So yeah, hopefully I don't finish late. So yeah, so hopefully join me for a live chat of that Liverpool Nordic game. So Man City, Liverpool. This game might read as a friendly, but it will not be played as a friendly. I think that you're going to be seeing people really take this game very seriously. You're gonna see guys take this game very seriously because I think both teams want to win this because of something very simple. It's not about both of these teams. It's about these dudes. That's what it's about. It's about these dudes. Pep has an issue with Klopp. Not an issue, but I think Pep has a strange inferiority complex of Klopp. Even if City did win the league, they won the League Cup, they won the FA Cup, I think it really rubs Pep the wrong way, the fact that Klopp won the Champions League. And then they won it with Liverpool. Because that took some gloss off them winning 3 trophies. Because people's argument is, which is greater? 3 domestic trophies or the Champions League? If it's me, and this is just me, again, say whatever you want, this is just my point of view. If it's me, and I choose between 3 domestic trophies or the Champions League, I'm choosing the Champions League all day early now. I want all the trophies. Okay, I want a quadruple. I want to win all the trophies. But if it's a choice of 3 domestic trophies or the Champions League, I want to win the Champions League. And based on how Pep grew up, how he was brought up, how he was cultivated, how he even announced himself to football, it was about being kings of Europe. Because the teaming and structure of Barcelona really dominated and put a stranglehold on the continent of Europe. Not flipping Spain, on the continent of Europe. So that was an issue there. Bro, I will get to that super chat. Don't worry, man. But I do think that there is a rivalry forming here. Now, no rivalry will ever beat Pep and Uncle Mo. Okay, Pep dreams about Uncle Mo. Pep wishes it was Uncle Mo. But I think this is a very fascinating rivalry because obviously we've had, what have we had? We've had Benitez and Ferguson. We've had Ferguson, Wenger. We've had Wenger, Uncle Mo. We've had Uncle Mo and Pep. We've had Uncle Mo and Conte. Uncle Mo has a bit of a man. I miss Uncle Mo. So now we're having another thing coming. Because see, I don't think Klopp has that much of an issue with Pep. That much. But you definitely saw a lot of mind games and mental games being played throughout the season. And I do definitely feel that mentally, psychologically, Liverpool were hard in the league. I think they were hard in the league. And I think something really happened that they were hard in the league. So this match means a lot, I feel, especially to both Klopp and Pep. Because neither manager will want to lose to who they see as their main rival for this upcoming season. So, and each manager will say, if my team can get that W, this sets a great precedent going into the season. Now it doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, City won the Community Shield, and therefore, because they won the Community Shield, they're therefore now favourites for the Premier League. Now, that is a very narrow-minded and short-sighted way of viewing things. But whenever I talk about football analysis and everything, I go deep into the psychosis and the mentality, because the psychosis and the mentality is a very important aspect of for football, and it's extremely very key. So I think that is why whoever wins, it will be a great psychological boost for whichever team. So how I see this riding through is Now, I look at let me, sorry. So basically, I look at City first. I think for Man City, I think they're looking pretty good right now, and I think for Man City, they want to definitely show that they have really moved ahead of Liverpool, both for footballer wise and mental wise. I'm very interested to see if Sterling and Bernardo Silva can really maintain uh, their great form. And those two guys were pivotal in how good City were. You already know about how much of a sharpshooter that Aguero is, but the key thing is Aguero has played the Copa America. How tired is he from playing the Copa America, and how much fatigue does he have? I think Sterling and Bernardo Silva will be a lot more fresher. So the key thing for City is they know that they will be keeping possession of the ball. They want to protect the ball, and how well can they work the Liverpool defense? How well can they gain openings? How well can they try and get Van Dijk out of defensive positioning? Because I think the thing about this Liverpool team is they're hard to break down. They're hard to break down. So I think for City, they will have to be very extra inventive in their usage of the ball and the movement of the ball. But the very key thing is I want to see the evolution of those two dudes. In the sense of Sterling and in the sense of Raheem Sterling and Bernardo Silva, just to see how these guys have evolved and what these guys can do and how these guys can affect the game. But I just think for City, it can't just only be about possession of the ball. There's got to be a penetration to the way that they play. So that's going to be very important. I'm going to talk about the company factor is huge. The company factor is huge. And I will address that, especially talking about Liverpool. So I think for City, I think it's how where are Sterling and Silva now? Look, this guy has disrespected, but he's disrespected Sane. I get it's cool. So Sane isn't there. Side note. So you're valuing a bench player for 137 million. On what planet does that make any sense? I've never heard of anything so crazy. A bench player who you use in squad rotation, you value him at 130. Okay, look, back to this crap. So yeah, so I think for City, and because again, let's look at the games. City dominated Liverpool at Anfield. They really dominated them, and they should have won the game because they had the penalty. But even if they dominated them, how many chances did they really create? That was a very, very tight game. The game at the Etihad, I thought that was a very even game. But, and I'll get to Liverpool, Liverpool's tactics played into City's hands, And I think for City, and I think for Pep especially, he's going to be looking at how are Liverpool going to approach the game. Are they going to approach it like they did in that game in the Etihad? Or are they going to approach it in the way where I now have to be feared? So, and if we're not going to switch to Liverpool now, because I think for City, the key men are going to be Silva and Sterling. How Sterling can get in behind Liverpool's defense and how well Bernardo Silva can use the ball. Because the beauty of Bernardo Silva is he knows how to protect the ball very well. So he knows how to come in on the inside, move away, but move in while still protecting the ball and not losing or getting dispossessed by the ball. So he's going to be very important. For regards to Liverpool, I want to see Liverpool attack Man City. A conservative Liverpool I don't think is going to work for this game. Klopp has to understand that Klopp's tactic is a kryptonite for Pep. So if Klopp instructs his boys, because I'm not sure whether the Ox is going to be around. Is the Ox going to be available for this game or not? So if the Ox is going to be around and everything, I think that's going to be very important. But if Liverpool really got an attack City, every time they have the ball, they push forward, they get in at them, and the directive is for Mane, Thingy, press these guys, go forward and play fast and play quick. City are in trouble, and that's where we bring in the company factor. I think Laporte is a top defender. Laporte for me is a tier 2 defender that can be moved up to upper tier 2. He definitely has the potential to be moved up to upper tier 2. Otamendi is potentially a brick. I should actually probably still put him under review right now. He is a flipping liability, and there's no way in hell I would ever have I would ever have Otamendi in my team. Hell no. There's no way in hell that I would ever have a dude called Otamendi in my team. That's not happening. But so if I'm Liverpool, the worst thing Liverpool can do is sit back and be conservative and try to be rigid and actually allow City to have possession of the ball. What Klopp should do is, how well do you defend? How well do you defend without company? A guy who's been your mainstay and your rock for so long. John Stones is a C-Tech Beckenbauer. He's a C-Tech Beckenbauer. So he's talented. He's very good in the ball, and I think the guy is naturally he's a naturally gifted football player. He ain't there yet. He ain't there yet. So if I'm looking at a Stones and Otamendi partnership, or a Otamendi and Laporte, or a Laporte and Stones, that can be got at. So for Liverpool, I just think that the usage of the ball of Salah and Mane is going to be very interesting, because the way Salah and Mane play is very different from how Bernardo Silva and Sterling play. But I think for Liverpool, the key thing is the work that happens from the midfield and the runs made from the main midfield. Because what Klopp's teams know how to do is know how to find space. Because see, where Pep's teams go around in like a zigzag, lots of passes and then quick penetration, Liverpool guys are much more attacking. And a key aspect are those flipping wing backs. Those flipping wing backs are a problem and they're an issue. So if Liverpool play high up, high line, high energy, and really push for Man City, they're going to give City a lot of issues. So that's what I want to see. I want to see how City cope with a very ultra-attacking Liverpool. And I want to just see, has Pep figured out how to really expose Klopp? Because let's be real, apart from that 5-1 game 2 seasons ago where Mane was sent off, has City ever totally beaten Liverpool? They've never done it. City have never totally outclassed and just lubricated Liverpool. I don't think so. That's never really happened. So that is why. No, guys, don't worry. I am looking at the comments. Don't worry. I'm looking at the comments. City have never really totally destroyed them. They've never really destroyed them. But guys, remember, I want to just get through this analysis, and then afterwards, I will then take your questions and then have much more of a feedback of what you guys are saying. But so pertaining to this right now, and I think I'm going to repeat what I said before. I believe that it's going to be it's going to be 1-1. 1-1, penalties. And I believe City win this on penalties. But if Liverpool are attacking and Liverpool attack Man City, I think Liverpool can win this 2-1. But if Liverpool take the much more conservative approach, I believe it will be 1-1 and City win on penalties. So I think it's pretty much dependent on the kind of approach that Liverpool take to this game. But I want to see Liverpool attack Man City. And I want to just see how whether Pep has figured out how to cut up with that defense. That's something I want to see. I want to just see, because Pep would have been working hard through this off-season. And let me be real with you, I think Pep is really looking forward to this game, because I think what Pep wants to show is that tactically I have found a way, after months spent, of really exposing Van Dijk. That's what I want to just see to do. Expose Van Dijk. Bring him out. Force Van Dijk to defend out of position. Take those Liverpool players out of position and now force Liverpool to now do some real defending, some last-ditch defending. Pump some more men forward. Really move that ball quickly. And now let's just see how well they can do with some quicker movements. And then that's how I think that's going to go, man. So